Start.
Hello, this is Rob from Rife Designs, and we're going to cover a armrest for the Indian Challenger. I decided, since I bought a Pursuit Dark Horse, that I wanted armrests for the young lady that rides with me, but they only come in chrome. So I took the chrome ones, got them off Marketplace, and got them powder coated. So I'm going to cover what I did to take them apart and what I'm putting them back together. So this one is a complete armrest here. I got it just done in gloss black, took it apart, took it to the powder coater. I took it to Power Rangers powder coating in Edmond, Oklahoma, and they did a pretty phenomenal job. So this is a complete one, and I'm going to go over one that we're going to put back together on the other side. So basically, here's the arm. It's fully powder coated, and the other piece to it is the armrest bracket. So first, I'm just going to put this together, the armrest to the armrest pad. Pretty simple. It's just three screws that go into this. Nothing spectacular. Funny enough, this is not, it's all metric. So all the screws are metric. And it takes a 4mm Allen wrench. I just have a socket that's 4mm. Snug these up a little bit, make sure everything's aligned. Looks pretty good. Don't have to get too crazy with it because it is a little clip in a piece of plastic that holds this together. All right, so they're pretty snug, feels good, feels tight. That portion's good. As you can see, I don't know if you can do a close-up on this, but there's a cylinder in this side, and then this has a groove in it right there. So this is what goes inside of it. You've got a bolt. It's got blue Loctite. You've got a washer that's going to be on top. And then you have a little tiny washer for the actual bolt. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 plain washers. And then you have one that has an actual it's got a hole that's designed for this actual shaft. Okay, so the oddball thing is when you take this apart to get powder coated, you have to remove these two plastic, I would say they're bushings. And there's one on either side of this armrest. So to make it easy, I'm just going to slate one in here right here. If you can see, like, this lip right here is going to actually go down. If I can get it back on. Okay, so there is one that actually fits it the other way. I already got the other one together. So this one has a bigger hole in the middle, and it seats flush to where the shoulder is going downward. Okay, so then this literally fits. As you can see, it has a little nipple here, and that nipple will ride like this. So so this armrest can turn. So I'm just going to slave it in there. And you'll have the other side come through. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. Now this shoulder will actually go the opposite way. It's actually going to go down this way. And it's somewhat a pain in the butt, but you just push it in there. And then you're going to seat. So the way I did the other one is I started seating this down in there. With this first. It's kind of a pain in the butt, actually. Let's go ahead and pause it. All right, so I took a quick break because I wanted to get this seated. So you have two bushings that go from the back side into the front side. And you have this weird looking, I guess you'd call it a washer or seating washer, that's got the flats on either side for this shaft. So what's next? You put your 4 washers in there. Kind of get them set up so you can go around that and pull that shaft through. Then you have this big seating washer. I guess that's what I would call it because it has a smaller hole for the actual bolt. That goes on top. And then you have your bolt. Put a little blue Loctite on there. That's how it came from the factory. And now we're going to seat this. As you tighten it, it will actually pull that shaft through to kind of get it so you have a little bit of a stiffness, and you can tighten this to however you want to feel that armrest move. All right, so that's basically done. There is a cap for it. We will put that on here in a minute, but we're going to go ahead and slave this in this. So if this is sitting on the right side of the tour pack, this will go into here. Okay. This is powder coated.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Okay, so this will be like so, and I have to look at the shaft. So if I can turn it, let's get the bolt. I already have the bolt set up. Put a little blue Loctite on it. It's this one right here. I did get the bolt powder coated, so it's a little stiff. So we're just gonna tighten that a little bit. So before I get crazy and tighten it, I want to make sure that I can turn this way, which would be out of the way. Now I can loosen that if I think it's a little bit too tight, which I feel it is just a hair. And now this moves in and out of the way. So we'll tighten this up. And I'm sure through time it will loosen. And this is height adjustment too. So that has 3 holes that this can be raised up. I'm just going to put at the bottom for now. We'll see how that feels for the rider. Tighten that bolt up. And basically that's in a nutshell. This will go here. And then since I want to see the Indian head, I want to see it as if the rider was riding it. I'm going to place the Indian head so I'm looking at it straight. Of course, that's personal preference. And there's a little rubber cap for it. So you take this off, you can adjust this. And again, if this is planted, this would be out of the way. And this would be, of course, if they're sitting on the actual tour pack and they're cruising along and having a good time. But now this will match my black tour back. It's actually got a quartz silver with all dark quartz black. So this will look really sharp on there. Okay, so hopefully this helps. I guess wait for the next video. If you can, go ahead and hit like. I really appreciate it. I don't have a whole lot of followers, but what the hell, we'll try to do something with it. Until next time, this is Rob Rife. All right, so until next time, this is Rob Rife with Rife Designs, and hit the like button again if you don't mind, and wait for the next one. I got a bunch of pieces and parts for the Indian Challenger Pursuit. All right, later. All right, this is Rob with Rife Designs. We're doing the finish of the armrest for the tour pack, fully black powder coated. One thing I did have to do, I did have to readjust these armrests to make sure they worked correctly with this tour pack. And it's a nice clean finish. There's no chrome. Goes with the whole blacked out look of the Challenger. And I actually powder coated these bolts too to go with the tour pack. And they fully adjust back around and back. So that's it for this video, and see you on the next.